$12,000 for the low income in September. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. First off, really quickly, please continue watching this video for at least a couple minutes so you can hear the official announcement in just a few seconds. Let's get right into it. However, really quickly before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as I am your one and only daily advocate, and I'm here for you each and every day doing all the research, breaking it all down into these short videos so you can stay updated with what is actually going on right now as things are changing very, very rapidly. We continue to get very important announcements hitting the wire every single day, and we continue to get all this new information out of the administration, the president, lawmakers, Congress, and everything that Congress is currently working on right now, including all these new bills, packages, proposals, amendments, and reform to these very important programs, as well as anything in regards to money, benefits, raises to benefits, checks, stimulus programs, or anything else out there right now that we can possibly get our hands on. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, and I'll continue to be here for you right by your side every single day as things are changing very, very rapidly, and it is my dedication and commitment to help you out in any way that I possibly can by keeping you informed and, of course, with really big and cool announcements like what I'm about to share with you right here in this video. So let's get into it and talk about all the details. Which also, quick side note by the way, I always enjoy wearing the banana shirt on videos like this with these big announcements because honestly, it sounds like it's pretty bananas anyway, so why not wear the bananas, right? So hope you're enjoying it. But anyway, let's get into it and talk about what is going on here and why $12,000 in September for the low income. All right, so here's what it comes down to. For those of you right here in this community, which by the way, quick definition on community, basically if you're watching this video, you're pretty much part of the community. However, if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe down below, as once you are subscribed, then you are officially in the community, right? Which by the way, subscribing is 100% free to do so, always has been and always will be. But anyway, as you're here watching these videos here in this channel, again, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. That is my dedication, and I want to share some pretty cool announcements with you. All right, so we're going to be cranking it up. We're going to turn up the heat a little bit more. So last month, as in August, was a pretty cool month as well, right? We got a really cool bunch of cool things going on. We helped out a bunch of people, hundreds of you right here in this community in a variety of different ways. Pretty cool stuff. A bunch of items that were going out to many of you, hundreds of you, some cash drops throughout the month, a bunch of really cool stuff going on. Well, as I've been saying here over the last couple months now, we're going to continue cranking this up as we get further and further into the year. Well, guess what? Last month, August, $10,000. This month, we're cranking it up a little bit more. $12,000 is the new goal for the month of August. Because of some cool and some very generous people out there in the month of August, we got some really cool things cooking here. So we're going to throw down even harder. We're going to throw down harder. We're going to get even more aggressive here. And we're going to do as much as we can to reach even more of you this month as well. So here's what we can anticipate this month as well. We can anticipate some pretty cool things. Number one, the Amazon project that we've been doing here for the last few months will continue on stronger. We will be choosing even more people every single day, every single week. We'll be sending out hundreds and hundreds of packages, even more this month, above and beyond what we have been doing. In addition to that, there'll be even more cash drops. Remember last month, some cash drops were throughout the month, right? Well, guess what? I can guarantee you this much. There will be some cash drops this month in order to achieve this goal. That's basically the only way we can do it, right? So there will be some cash drops this month as well. That's why I'm saying you got to make sure you subscribe to this so you can make sure that you can catch these videos, because usually there are some time limits on this. Usually when I drop these videos like this, I usually give you some kind of time limit and say, hey, in the next 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, something like this, I'll be choosing names. Now, not in this video in particular. I will continue to come back to this video and draw many, many names over the course of many days and probably weeks going into the future. But I just want to let you know, in those cash drop videos, those ones are a lot more time sensitive. So just keep an eye on those as well as they are coming out. I'm not going to tell you when, but I can tell you this much. There will be some this month, okay? So pay attention to those coming out. However, when it comes down to the Amazon project, many of you here in the community know about this, but let me briefly talk about this. Here's what it comes down to. A few months ago, I reached out in a separate video and I said, hey, what is it that all of you need right now? I know that everybody at the top of everybody's list is money. Totally get it. I totally understand money's at the top of everybody's list. It's at the top of my list, right? It's at the top of everybody's list right now. However, I said with the exception of that, what are some of the other things that you need right now? Some of the necessities. Do you need laundry detergent? Do you need dish soap? Do you need bar soap? Do you need shampoo, conditioner? Do you need body wash? Like, what do you need, right? Do you need like paper towels, TP or PT? Paper towel, yeah, that's what it is, right? These kind of items, right? Some people write that down in the comment section. That's why I was abbreviating like that. But anyway, some people have reached out and I've been saying, what else is it you need? And the lists have been coming in here. So that's what I want to ask of you. Continue to bring these lists into me, and I will continue to choose those names out of the comment section. Now, last month in August, I did choose between 30 and 60 names 5 days per week. So I was choosing, a couple hundred names per week generally, right? Although this week I'm going to crank it up more. I'm probably going to be choosing anywhere between about 40 and 70 people every single day, probably 5 days a week yet again. I'm going to be cranking it up. However, I will keep a barometer on this dollar amount, this $12,000, as we continue to move forward throughout the month. And if we're halfway through the month and we're only at, say, $3,000, guess what I'm going to have to do? I'm going to crank it up really heavy going forward through the next few weeks of the month, because in order to achieve this goal, we really need to crank it up. So we're going to go into it strong, see where we currently sit, and I'll kind of keep an eye on the dollar amount and the spend on this stuff going forward. And as we continue to get further traction on this, and as the dollar amounts kind of adjust, of course, I will adjust the program accordingly to make sure that we are spending that $12,000, okay? So some pretty cool stuff. And who knows, maybe this month will bring another, very generous person yet again. I'm not really sure, but all I know is that we're just going to continue to move forward no matter what, whether there is a generous person out there that helps us out again, I don't really know. I'm not going to anticipate that. I'm just simply going to go forward with this no matter what, and we will continue on with this project. And if something cool comes out of it, great. If not, either way, it does not matter to me. I want to continue to help you out in any way that I possibly can, as that is my commitment and my dedication to you and this community. And as always, I'm sticking to it. So, number one, make sure you're subscribed down below if you haven't done so yet. Totally free to do so. Right down below, there's that button. You can subscribe. And once you hit that subscribe button, you're here on the channel. And again, just make sure to continue watching those videos going forward. Next, leave me a quick list down below in the comments section. Let me know what you need right now, some of the necessities that you need. Now, there are some things that I do not buy, okay? Clothing. I don't buy clothing, okay? The reason for that is I just don't do that. It's just, honestly, it's kind of weird, okay? I'm just being real with you right now. It's just, there's way too many variations. There's way too much stuff about it. I'm not going to buy clothing, okay? So please don't put that down in the comment section. I'm just not going to do that. But I will do cleaning products, stuff like that. Not a problem. So leave those comments down below. Keep those lists coming in. And for the most part, I will do just about anything. But for the most part, there are some limitations. Like I just said, the clothing thing, just not going there, okay? I just don't want to go down that road right now. Maybe at some point in the future, maybe when we get into the colder months, maybe we can focus on some of the outerwear like jackets, stuff like that. But right now, no, I just don't want to go down that road right now, okay? But other than that, keep those lists coming in down below. Another thing too, make sure to continue watching your messages. I can't believe how many people that I reach out to that never reply. And again, that's okay. If I reach out to you and you're not interested, that's totally fine. No problem at all. But I send out a lot of messages of people that are asking for help, and then I never get a response back. So that's okay. I just want to let you know, watch your messages, because if I send a message out and I don't get a response back, I mean, there's not a whole lot I can do about it, right? So just trying to do what I can here. Anyway, with that being said, I want to wrap this up, but letting you know, we're coming in strong again this month, and I can tell you this much. If we continue to hit this goal this month, guess what we're going to do next month? We're going to crank it up even more, okay? So that's ultimately my goal here. By the time that we get into the holiday season, being like November/December, I want to be at a pretty cool number. I'm not sure what that number is going to be. We'll have to kind of continue to assess the situation as we go forward, but I want to make sure that we are kind of reaching a ton of people during the holiday season. And again, right now is very important too, but realistically, it's all going to fall in line perfectly if we continue to time this out right now, going forward between now over the next handful of months until the end of the year. It's going to be really cool when we get to the end of the year, right? So anyway, stick with me on this, doing what I can here. Unlike Congress, I actually have a limited amount of resources to deal with. Unlike Congress, where they have unlimited amounts of money they can spend at any given time, that's not me, okay? I have limited amounts of resources here, but I'm doing my best to push as many dollars as I can out and as much as possible to all of you here in the community. Anyway, that being said, we'll keep those lists coming in down below. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and subscribe to the channel. Totally free to do so. Continue watching those videos coming forward, as there will be some pretty cool announcements coming out this month. Enjoy your day. Thanks so much for watching this, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. Continue watching your messages. I will be choosing people on this video here today, okay? So watch your messages. I'll see you soon. Thanks again.